A very good evening, dear all. I welcome you to the session on debate writing. We are done with all the long compositions like report writing, your speech writing, article writing, and now here is debate writing. So let's start. So what will be your learning outcomes in the session? So you will learn to understand the processes involved in writing long composition, that is debate. You will learn about value points and presentation style of debate. You will be made aware about the marking scheme as per CBSE, and you will be able to write different debate by attempting the questions given. So let's get started. Yes, this is very important for you as a reminder also. I know I have shown it in the other videos as well, other live classes as well, but I think that it should be very clear to you. So yes, class 11th, you have article, speech, report. We are already done with these three. Narrative, we are not done with it. Yes, now debate writing. And yes, for class 12th, article, debate, speech or a report. We have completed all four. So for class 11, only narrative writing is remaining. Otherwise, we have completed our writing section 98% for class 11th and 100% for class 12th. So after the end of this session on debate writing, class 12th 100% writing section is done, and for class 11 98, or you can say 94% or 95% of the syllabus is done. Fine, because only one thing is left out, that is narrative writing. So let's begin. Yes, distribution of marks, again for as a reminder, this is the same as for your report writing, your article writing, your speech writing. Yes, format 1 mark, content 3 marks, expression 4 marks. And in expression, grammatical accuracy, appropriate words and spellings, coherence and relevance of ideas and style, 2 marks. Yes, so altogether 8 marks. Word limit 150 to 200 words, and yes, time 20 minutes. For class 12th, same as report, article, speech. Format 1 mark, content 4 marks, expression 5 marks, grammatical accuracy, appropriate words and spellings 2.5 marks, coherence and relevance of idea and style 2.5 marks. Word limit 150 to 200 words, same, and marks allotted 10, and time available 20 minutes. Again, a reminder for you all, dear, please adhere to time given. Practice keeping your timer on. Fine. Yes, debate like speech. The purpose of making a debate is to convey information orally to a large gathering of people strongly and convincingly, because you have to prove that whatever you are saying is right and your opponent is not saying the truth. So yes, here comes the format. So the format of a debate includes the topic, for against salutation, greeting the chief guest and fellow speakers, all listeners. So you have to begin with honorable chairperson, judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I stand before you to express my views for or against the motion on the topic. So this is going to be the part of your format, and the end you have to write thank you. That's important. So it should begin with this and end with thank you, not thanking you. Again, reminding you, thanking you it must be written only in letters, not in your long composition like debate or speech. Okay. So in content, what you're going to write, express your views about the topic, compare, contrast, sum up, highlighting your viewpoint, use language that is persuasive and powerful, using the expressions like I vehemently disapprove of, I strongly feel, in my opinion, may I ask, etc. I am going to share more examples with you. Yes, in content, dear children, I wish you to take care of that. You have to stick to one point. In speech, you have freedom to write write both the points, means the plus point and the minus point. But in debate, you have to stick to one point of view. So if you are writing debate in the favor of the topic, you have to say yes. You have to agree with the topic, not a single line against it. And if you are against the motion, means the topic, then you are going to write all against that. You are not going to mention even a single line for favor. Okay? Yes, speech, it must reflect the clarity of thought, accuracy of facts, and balanced view. And at the end write thank you. This is the part of your format, right? And follow the word limit. So value points same as your speech, but here these value points are more emphatic. So one is organize your ideas on the subject concerned, sub points to the main points, draft or create from your own experience, substantiate your argument if you are writing on a debatable topic. Yes, so supporting your argument is very, very important in debate. Transcode and incorporate diagrammatic information into composition. Again, I'm telling you, diagrammatic doesn't mean that you are going to draw a diagram. No, you are simply going to write it. Okay. And argumentative composition generally contains, a debate is an argumentative composition. Okay, 100%. In a speech, there are chances that it may be argumentative or not, but yes, in debate it is very much argumentative, because you have to support your stand, whether in favor or against. So introduction to the issue, causes, reasons, facts, data, outcomes, results, suggestions, measures. Again, like your speech, again I'm in love with this burger. Wonderful, beautiful example. So yes, so your top layer should be the opening, your last layer should be the base to support every other layer over here, and here body means your all important points, paragraph wise, which you are going to write. Yes, again this page is here, so I am going to read it nicely, quickly. Yes, writing essays, opening. Again I am reading. Please don't get irritated, because that's very important and it's good if you note it down. Opening should be, it is often said that many people claim that in this day and age, these days, we live in an age when many of us are, it is a hotly debated topic that often divides opinion. You can use it as it is. Is often discussed, yes, rarely understood. Beautiful line. You can write the topic here and just write this, complete this, use this shared language. It goes without saying that dash is one of the most important issues facing us today. Yes, the following essays, instead of essay you may write debate takes a look into, no, this line you cannot use for debate. It is for your article or for your speech, fine, but not for debate. So you have to use your common sense also. Okay. introducing point firstly, secondly already discussed. Furthermore, in addition, what is more on the top of that, another point worth noting is another factor to consider is lastly, finally, last but not the least. Yes, in yesterday's class I have made clear these points with example. So ideas in example when it comes to, in terms of, with respect to, not only but also. According to experts, researchers found that there are those who argue that, for instance, for example, such as to express result and reason, as a result of, has led to, has resulted in, consequently, therefore, on account of, due to. One reason behind this is, yes, contrasting, although, even though, despite, in spite of, despite the fact that, on the one hand, on the other hand, however, nevertheless, even so. To conclude, to sum up, in conclusion, all things considered, taking everything into consideration, weighing up both the sides of the argument, the advantages of whatever the topic is, outweigh the disadvantages, opinion. This is beautiful for a debate. Okay, like weighing up both the sides of the argument. This is for your speech. Taking everything into consideration. It can be any in the in speech, article, debate. You can use everywhere. All things considered, again for same, and this is also for all three. Opinion. So as far as I'm concerned, this is for your speech and debate. For my point of view, in my opinion, personal speaking, my own. So this opinion structures, language structures, you can use only for your debate and speech, not for your article or report. Yes. Now here in references from main course book of class 10th, page 50-51. So dear children, I don't think it's of class 10th, but you can see here are beautiful expressions for the debaters to either emphasize or negate certain points. Like here, I would like to raise a question. I would like to raise the question. I want to argue. In my opinion, nothing could be more illogical than, see how nice it is. I feel very strongly that I would like to draw attention to, I fail to understand. I think you are being unreasonable in suggesting. So dear children, here are so many language items shared with you. This is called shared language items, which you can use in your debate, speech, article, report, according to the need. Fine. So if you practice 100%, these language item will automatically go into your writing compositions. Let's move ahead. So later on you may stop your this video and note it down. This is very, very important, dear children. I suggest you to note down all these shared language items. Yeah, now video time. So I have a video for you.
In this module, you will write debates for and against the motion. Amrita has a big day tomorrow. She has been chosen to be a part of inter-school debate competition. For round 1, she is competing with her best friend Gayatri. Amrita meets their English teacher. The teacher hands her a piece of paper. As she returns to her dorm, she reads the following. Some people feel that electronic media, TV news, will bring about the end of print media, newspapers. What are your views on the issue? On the basis of the hints given below, write a debate in 150 to 200 words, either for or against the motion. Hints for the motion. Use of visuals on TV. Faster than print media. Latest news telecast round the clock. Hearing is faster than reading. Hints against the motion. Even stories of TV serials are presented as news by electronic media. Print media is time-tested. analyzed, verified news. Editorial Comments informative. Caters to all sections of society.
Dear children, I suggest you one thing. When you get a topic for debate and you plan to write debate, suppose against the motion. So before thinking the points against the motion, I suggest you to think about the points in favor of the motion. And then you simply you write, like suppose if one point is in the favor, so think how I can negate this point, how could I prove that this point is wrong. Okay, then your debate is going to be really argumentative. If you think more about against and writing about the against, you will get stuck, I'm telling you. Okay, fine, you get for 1 or 2 points against the topic and you are writing against the topic, then you need 2-3 more points to write against. And suppose you are exhausted and points are coming into your head related to the favor of the topic and you don't know what to do, the best thing is think how you can prove that point wrong and then write it. Very easy. Okay, so you will never get exhausted with the shortage of points. If you get stuck up somewhere and you're not finding the points in favor of any topic, if you're writing in a favor of any topic and against topics are coming into your, against points are coming into your head, I suggest you just to use your brain how you can turn that point which is against your motion into the favor of the motion. It's for both. It's for both. Are you getting? But you have to stick to one stand, either favor or against. If you write both the things, favor and against, then you will not get marks in debate writing. That's not a debate. Debate means only one stand, either favor or against.
Caters to all sections of society. What is a debate? A debate is an argument or discussion between two speakers or two groups of speakers expressing different opinions about a subject.
So what is a debate? A debate is an argument or discussion between two speakers or two groups of speakers expressing different opinions about a subject. This is important, opinion, because you have to be either in favor of that or against that. That's all, very crystal clear. And I have suggested you, I have given you a hint also, that suppose if you have written 1 point in the favor and then you feel, oh my god, generally in debate writing this happens, oh my god, why I have chosen the favor, I am getting more points for against the topic. Then the best thing you can do is apply your brain in changing those points according to your motion, according to your stand, favor or against. Okay.
A good debate includes all the pros and cons of the subject in question.
Yes, remember, don't get confused with this last point, that a good debate includes all the pros and cons. You will say, ma'am is saying just stick to one point and it's saying pros and cons. Dear children, pros and cons means, suppose if you are in favor, so you are writing or pros, but some cons are coming to your head, so you will say, okay fine, my opponent think this is the con of this particular topic, but I say that is irrelevant, totally irrelevant, it has no base. So in this way you can turn that cons point in your pros and vice versa. Suppose you are writing on cons and pros ideas are coming to your head, so write that way. Some people, my opponents think that this is the pros point of this topic, but I think it is baseless, and then give a reason. When you say, when you refute, when you rebut a point, give evidence, give an example to prove whatever you are saying is right. Even if you are not convinced with the example very much, but try to substantiate your point with an example.
How to write a good debate. First, research your material. A good research is helpful in writing a good argumentative debate.
Yes, so it is not, it is for competition that you have time to research, but during exam, you don't have time to research. So what you can do? You can think, jot down the points in just a simple main point somewhere, and then label them. Which point you are going to write first, which second, and which one is going to be third. And the supporting points will go in the relevant paragraphs. Fine.
It is better to know what both sides of the issue are. The more you know about what the opponent is going to say, the better it is. Therefore, collect ample information about the topic before you draft your debate.
Right. So I said, instead of going into lengthy process, when you are writing, you can think of the point against your stand too. Okay, and then try to change that point into the favor, giving examples.
Second, draw an outline of the main points of your debate. After collecting information, outline your main points. These main points should be exactly what you are trying to get your opponents to believe about your position. Under the main points, jot down the sub-points.
Yes, but it should not, these main point and some point should not be written in the form of your note making. It should go in the paragraph in a sentence form. Okay, if you write 1, 2, 3 point, that is or the bullets and then writing the point, then you will not get marks for your expression. Okay, so you have to write full sentences in the paragraph form.
Third, write an impressive introduction. A good introduction is the basic requirement for a good debate. You need to catch the audience's attention in the beginning and arouse their interest to set the tone of the debate. Don't forget to address the jury and audience respectfully before starting your argument.
So this point is already discussed. So you have to be very clear in the beginning. The introduction should simply catch your audience. And yes, if you remember the yesterday's video on speech writing, I have shown you that you can use the question in the first paragraph just to speak more about in 2 lines you can give the introduction, and then add 1 more line, and then your introduction is wonderful. So you can use the topic from the question. Okay, and yes, don't forget, it is going to be in the beginning. Good morning, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends or jury members or chief guest. I stand here to express my view in the favor of or against the topic, whatever.
Fourth, support your arguments with examples. It is a good decision to include a few examples in support of your argument. This makes it easy to convey your viewpoint
Yes,
to the
very
audience
important,
in
dear
an
children.
easy and effective manner.
So if you write a point and think of an example to support your point, one thing you will get idea how to write the point, and support of the point is there with the example. Plus you will be able to complete your word limit. And number 3, it will be very easy for you to arrange your any long composition in first, second, third, or fourth paragraph.
Let's see a sample debate on the topic electronic media versus print media to understand it better. We address the jury and the audience and start the debate with an interesting hook to capture the audience's attention, such as, Respected jury and my dear friends, I would like to present my argument against the motion that electronic media will bring about the end of print media.
Knowledge is not only power, knowledge is profit, right? The faster you can learn, the faster you can earn.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's always
While print media refers to newspapers, journals, etc., electronic media refers to television and the internet. With the stormy advent of electronic media, it is said by many that the print media will soon die out. While there are several factors that go in favor of the electronic media, I don't think it can diminish the charm and popularity of print media.
So, dear children, after address, you have seen first of all address is there, then introductory paragraph is there. So, in the introductory paragraph, the topic is electronic media versus print media. It is already mentioned. Print media, electronic media. Fine. While print media refers to newspaper, electronic. The first line is explaining what is print media, electronic media, and then the debate topic of debate, and then clearing the view that going to say is the favor of the electronic media, that all the factors are in favor of electronic media, but still I don't think that it can diminish the charm and popularity of print media. So you see how the point is presented.
Some very grave drawbacks are inherent in the very nature of the electronic media.
So first was the address, respected principal, teachers and my dad, that address was there. Second was a introductory paragraph, and now here is the third argument one. This is going to be the third paragraph. So there is one argument with supporting example. So let's see.
It runs 24 hours, but there can't be enough news to show round the clock. Thus, electronic media tends to be repetitive and boring. It is no surprise that even stories of TV...
Now argument 2, and see, if with every argument there is going to be one example. I would like to go to the previous one. Before the first, yes. So you can see the first argument and then the example. So some of the grave drawbacks are inherent in the very nature of the electronic media. It runs 24 hours, but there can't be enough news to show round the clock. Thus, electronic media tends to be repetitive and boring. So example is given here. Because it is repetitive and boring, so this is one of the drawback.
It is no surprise that even stories of TV serials are projected as news to attract the attention of the viewers. On the other hand, the print media...
So, this is going to be your fourth paragraph. So, it is not such short one. It is no surprise that even stories of TV series are projected as news to attract the attention of the viewers. You may add one example also here. Right?
Attention of the viewers. On the other hand, the print media is time-tested. One can read a newspaper or a journal at any time and carry it anywhere. It is much more affordable than electronic media. It caters to the needs and interests of all sections of the society.
Fine, so you see here. So next, a third argument, and going to be maybe the fourth or fifth paragraph. So not the paragraph, we don't take the format one that respected the address in the paragraph. So this is going to be the fourth paragraph after introduction. So here the other argument. On the other hand, the print media is time tested. One can read newspaper, journal and carry it anywhere. It is much more affordable than electronic media. It caters to the need and interest of all the sections of the society. Dear children, you may also organize these arguments like firstly, secondly, thirdly, as we have discussed just a few slides earlier and yesterday also.
Sections of the society. The editorial comments are a storehouse of knowledge. They widen the mental horizon of the readers.
So, one more argument, and to make it better, you can give an example or any reference to some data. Okay, so here you can give it data. Say according to a recent survey, given in detail.
Readers. Thus we can say that both the print media and the electronic media will continue to exist in their own right. They are not there to compete, but to complement each other. Most of the people start their day with print media and gradually, as the day advances, switch to the electronic media.
So conclusion, giving a little support to the other point also, but I suggest you not to do so. This is a video, it is shown here. So in conclusion also, you are going to say, I strongly agree and believe that this is the point which is true or whatever, according to, you can use the other language items as well. So I don't agree with the conclusion here. Again a reminder, whenever an example is there, never believe that blindfolded. Use your own brain. You are writing a debate, you are not going to touch the supportive point even for a second. Okay, not even a single sentence. You can write something plus about this electronic media, like in this example, but at the very next sentence you must say this is not true. Okay, and end with your point that whatever you are saying is right.
Now it is time to learn some of the key phrases that you can use to introduce arguments in a debate. I wholeheartedly endorse. In fact, I believe. It is conjectured by many that. It is an established fact that. In recent years, I think the saying applies to this case.
So already I have shared many phrases and shared language items with you. So here are more. So plenty of phrases, plenty of structures, plenty of many of language items I have shared with you. So there are innumerable ones. All the key phrases, the shared language item, the statements. So it's not necessary that you are going to use each and every phrase, each and every language shared item in every long conversation. Dear children, here's a variety, huge variety for you. So according to your need, select and practice. Don't get confused. You're not supposed to write each and every thing shared here. Just be selective. Select some of them which you think are very useful to you, or you can remember easily. Okay, you can remember easily. So this will help you to keep away the monotony also, because you are in class 12th you are supposed to write 2 long items. So if you are using the same phrases, same shared language items in both the questions, you know what I mean to say. So the examiner will get an idea that this child is not having a range of language. So that's why so many examples are shared with you.
No one can deny the fact. Now let's practice writing a debate. The government has done a good job by banning the use of animals in laboratories for the purpose of dissection. Write a debate for the motion in 150 to 200.
So in this question it is clearly written, write a debate for the motion, but generally you don't get the question like this. You get both the ideas, for or against. But anyway, this example is just for showing how you can attempt a question. Let's see.
Words. Hints. Animals also feel pain. Such experiments make students callous towards animals. Inhumane attitude towards animals is wrong. Animals are kept in cages and tortured. Computer-generated models and stimulators are better. Animals too have a right to live.
So all the points in favor, because the debate is to be written in favor.
Answer. Respected jury and my dear friends, I wholeheartedly endorse the government's
See, the
act
language
of
structure
banning
is
the
here.
use of animals in laboratories for the purpose of dissection, and would like to present my argument for the motion. Countless animals are dissected in biological laboratories for the so-called purpose of teaching and learning. These animals include frogs, mice, cats, worms, dogs, rabbits, pigs, and fish. It has been observed that classroom dissection and experimentation make students callous towards animals.
So the first paragraph done. It is a bit lengthy. You can write at the maximum 2 to 3 lines, that's more. At the maximum 4, not more than that. But remember, the lines should be short, it should not be very lengthy. And yes, don't clutter, don't just put all the points in one paragraph. Better you divide the paragraphs, fine, and in each paragraph deal with one point with example.
Towards animals. The fact is that dissection is not needed to understand the physiology or anatomy of animals. Computer-generated models and stimulators can be profitably used for this purpose. Animals are not there for us to experiment on. They have as much right to live in peace and freedom as us humans do. Now let's recap.
Fine, so 2 paragraph example have been shown to you, the introduction and the first paragraph. So the others are for you to write. Now here is the recapitulation.
Debate is an argument or discussion between two speakers or two groups of speakers expressing different opinions about a subject. To write a good debate, research well on the topic. Draw an outline of the main points of your debate. Write an impressive introduction. Address the jury and the audience before starting your argument. Support your argument with examples.
So this is the end of your after video, let us come to the next thing, solved example. So brain drain is not a bane for developing country like India. So here is against the motion. So honorable judges, my worthy opponents, and dear students. So see, worthy opponents, addressing the opponents as well. Today I, comma, and then the name, this is important, of the class 12th will speak against the motion. Brain drain is not a bane for a developing country like India. I would like to draw the attention of my worthy opponents to the fact that India is a developing nation and a lot of money is spent on the education and paid as subsidies to the students of engineering and medical. But it is ironical that these students, after completion of their studies, instead of serving their motherland, go away to foreign countries to earn more money. Good starting. And one thing you must have noticed, that sentences are short. Okay, so here also you can make it short. Medical, after medical there may be a period, stop, and then you write yes, it is ironical instead of using but here. Okay, so in this way also you can make this only every paragraph is sentence is short except this, so you can make it shorter. So keep it in your head. So you have to write short sentences but clear sentences. This is indeed a great national loss because the expense incurred on their education comes from the taxes submitted by the common man. The present statistical data reveals that the effect of the number of the students leaving the country and going abroad has nearly doubled. I'm sure and confident that my honorable opponents will do some soul searching. See how nice expression is used. You may use it as it is. This line, my honorable opponents will do some soul searching, can be used anywhere. Those in favor of the motion have highlighted the view that brain drain has brought prestige to the nation. I strongly disagree. In my opinion, brain drain is a great loss of talent of our nation. Had these talented engineers, doctors stayed behind, the people of our motherland would have been benefited immensely. The day would not be far when she would once again be called the golden bird. So here, after full stop, this could be a new sentence. Right? So in this way, I am telling you how you can write short sentences. That's important. The drift, because when you read a long item, you get bored. So if the sentences are short, meaning is powerful, your structure is powerful, obviously you are going to arrest the attention of the examiner. Because it is a writing item, yes, you are writing to arrest the attention of the audience, but who is the audience? Your examiner, who is going to read your debate. Now, the drifting away of the the conclusion. The drifting away of the intelligent people has left our country poor and benefited another country. To conclude, comma must be here. I will once again firmly say that brain drain is a bane for the developing country like India. And yes, one thing is missing. What's that? Thank you. This is very, very important. I am doing it on purpose so that you may see, yes, I am typing this. So this and this is the part of your format. Okay, got? So your address here and this thank you is the part of your format. And yes, what we say, written paragraphs. It's not good if you write all the points in one paragraph. It is good if you divide. And for showing that the change of the paragraph, leave one line. Okay. Now here come practice questions for debate. So here are 5 questions. I'm not going to read them. You may stop the video, write these questions and practice. So thank you. The last, again the same disclaimer, the PowerPoint is created for learning and not for commercial purpose. All the pictures used are downloaded from internet. Always something missing. Okay. It is downloaded from internet. So we are done with debate writing, and I believe that this would have been of a great help to you. And you can write good debate after this class. So practice, that is the only key to success. So till then, next class. Thank you. Bye. Yes, please don't leave, because very soon you are going to have, just after this class, you are going to have a short session on all doubt clearance, which you have asked in the Google Forms. Bye. And just meet me in the next session today only.